What's up, Doc? Welcome to the Docs Get Money podcast. Are you a badass doctor killing it professionally and has bigger dreams than just clocking in and out of the hospital? Do you want to leave behind a legacy that is as lit as an HBCU homecoming? Want to know how other doctors are getting to the big bag? That's right, making 5, 6, and 7 figures without putting on the white coat? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Kimberly, but you can call me Kim or KB. I went from being a burnt out and overwhelmed emergency physician to the founder and CEO of 2 6-figure non-clinical companies and beating burnout along the way. I'm also your business coach, here to help you make money moves to change the world. This podcast isn't just about making money, though. It's about leveling up your life, mindset, and bank account so you can build an empire that's as iconic as Beyonce. You ready? Let's get into it. What's up, Doc? Welcome back to the Docs Get Money podcast. I'm so glad to have you back here. I am still on my locums assignment, and I am just reflecting back on my journey. Honestly, it's 2:53 in the morning. I am trying to stay awake because I'm on a string of night shifts, which if you're an emergency physician or if you work nights at all, you already know the kind of difficulty that is. But anyways, I'm just kind of reflecting on my journey and just thinking about some things. And today I want to share with you a concept that was very interesting to me, even now on my entrepreneurial journey, and I think that you guys will find very interesting as well too. But I want to talk about 5 emotions that you need to feel in order to make money. And what do emotions have anything to do with making money? Well, you might be asking. Let me share. Emotions are the reason or the cause why we do anything. I mean, the word motion is really even in the word emotion. So, emotions cause us to do an action. And usually, our emotions come from thoughts that are coming in our minds. And so, if you are someone that isn't a very emotional person, which I am, fun fact, I'm a Pisces, so I'm a very emotional person and very intuitive. It's important to talk about and it's important to harness and be aware of the thoughts and the emotions that you are then acting out of, because that is the only way that you are going to be successful as an entrepreneur, or honestly successful at anything that you are putting your mind to. So today, like I said, I want to break down 5 emotions that I have personally found that I need to feel in order to make money in my business, whether that is Sherwood Properties or even as a business coach, as I am working with clients to help them to start their own entrepreneurial journeys outside of the hospital. So, again, why do we even care about emotions anyway? The whole the whole idea for this episode came from something that a potential client said to me on a sales call. He said that speaking with me as a business coach was kind of like business therapy, that I help him to talk and think through things, and I'm asking critical questions and asking questions that he doesn't even ask himself. And so having someone other than just his own thoughts and just his own feelings and actions, someone else to challenge those has been really, really helpful. So the fact that someone called my business coaching business therapy is really one of the things that kind of triggered my first thought of even having this episode. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the emotions that you need to feel in order to make money. Now, I'm not going to put these in any type of a specific order. I'm just going to say at least these 5 you need to be tapping into every day in your business in order to make money. So let's talk about number 1, embarrassment. Embarrassment. Yes, you have to and feel embarrassed from time to time in order to make money in your business. What are you saying, Kim? Let me explain. So, a lot of times, the things that we need to do in order to make money is the things that we just are avoiding because we don't want to feel a certain way. More specifically, I get really, really, really uncomfortable with following up with clients that have previously expressed interest in the business or working with me in from Side Hustler to CEO, or potentially staying with me as a guest, or they may have a lead of somebody that wants to stay with me at Sherwood Properties. Nevertheless, it just makes me feel awkward to reach out to that person. It's honestly embarrassing to say, "Hey, did you still want to work with me, or did you still need that thing?" Knowing full well that that person may reject me. It just is embarrassing to put myself out there in that way, shape, form, or fashion. However, I need to feel that in order to feel embarrassed and feel that awkwardness in order to know that I am then moving my business forward by asking someone, "Hey, do you want to work with me? Can I serve you?" Whether as your business coach, or can I provide you a rental for your client or for yourself? So embarrassment comes up and continues to come up all the time, but that embarrassment leads to dollars. Another embarrassing few things that have happened to me was when I was launching my business coaching program, I put out a social media post in some groups that I knew potentially maybe a little hostile, some Facebook groups. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, I think right now, that are discovering business coaching and just coaching in general. And there's a lot of coaches that are using social media and Facebook groups more specifically to market their services and their businesses, as they should, if that is allowed in that space. But as someone that is newer to identifying as a coach, and more specifically a business coach, despite what had create was creating with Sherwood Properties, it was still really embarrassing and really awkward. So when I put that post out on social media and launched myself as a business coach, it was embarrassing to say what I wanted and what I was doing and what type of person I was calling out to. However, after I put that social media post out there, I had a flood of people raising their hands and saying, "Hey, I'm interested. I want to learn more. I potentially want to work with you." And that's what catapulted my business into signing the first client within a week of me launching my business coaching. So, embarrassment, again, is something you need to feel in order to make some money. Emotion number two is exposure. So, that same thing, that's the exact same business launch, that the business coaching launch and that I did. Like I said, I had a tidal wave of people that responded back to me. Over 300 people across my personal page, LinkedIn, and two Facebook groups raised their hand and said that they were interested in working with me. And I felt like the spotlight was on me. I knew that my business coaching launching was going to work because I had worked on my belief in what I was selling. And so I knew that it was going to be a successful launch. However, I was not prepared for the overwhelming success. So much so that I had to hire someone to help me to respond to people. And that had me all in my thoughts about another feeling, but I felt like the spotlight was on me because there were so many people that I needed to respond to. I felt like if I wasn't responding to them in a fast way, that I was being a bad person or a bad coach. Yeah, it was, like I said, exposed, seen. Your girl has felt it. However, again, like I said, it was moving through that feeling of that exposure, that feeling like the fish, that Pisces that I am outside of my water, which is my comfort zone. That's again what made all of the difference. And so now I am serving, I've served several clients now, and it's been an amazing journey, and that has really catapulted my business to almost me having five-figure months within the first 3 or 4 months of me starting my business. It's been amazing. It's been so powerful to now move past that exposure. And so now, like I said, that exposure, that hot feeling of that sun that you feel, or that light, that probably spotlight that you feel like that's on you, that's exactly what you need to feel in order for someone to see you, because in order for someone to work with you, they have to see you and to know that you exist and have something to offer them. So, again, that is why exposure and feeling exposed is a money making emotion. All right, let's talk about money making emotion number three, pride. I remember when I was in a ball of tears on my bed in September of 2022, trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do with Sherwood Properties and how I was going to grow it and how I was just going to even survive and keep a roof over my head. I recently had decided not to take a full-time contract, and that for me was like removing a huge safety net from under myself. I really felt very exposed in a way, and I know we're not talking about exposure. We already just talked about that, but still was feeling a lot of exposure because I didn't have that full-time contract. I bring that up is because I got out of that spiral I was in of, oh my God, freaking out. What am I going to do, by reminding myself of who I was and how far I had come? Meaning that I ran back the tape of my life from the moment that I could remember until the moment I was sitting there in tears. And I remembered everything that I had overcome, the multitude of no's that I heard in trying to even get into medical school, the multitude of tears I cried when I wasn't getting into medical school, the multitude of tears that I was, you know, cried launching other business opportunities, and just trying to find a way to really be a balanced person. And the fact that I was needed to just be glad that I had some success, that at the end of the day, I had a thriving business that, well, I had a business. It didn't feel like it was thriving. It wasn't thriving at the moment. Let me be real honest with you. It was not thriving. I had a business though that I felt really passionate about and that I truly believed in. And I felt like, if I could overcome everything that I overcame to get to this point in my life and be living my dream and feel at least the freedom to even try to take my life into my own hands, like I have to have some level of pride in myself that I've gotten myself here. Yes, thank God, thank the ancestors, thank your family, thank your friends, and thank everybody that's supporting you. But at the end of the day, it was me that was getting myself from point A to point B. It was me that stayed up late studying and taking all of these exams and running up this student loan debt. So I say all that to say you need to feel that pride in yourself and in your offer. You need to be that convinced that your offer, whatever that is, whatever business that you decide to do, is going to change someone's life so much that it's a no-brainer that someone works with you or that someone purchases from you. So, pride will drive you to show up and tell people about your business. It will encourage you to keep going when you feel like nothing else is working. If you stand in awe and amazement and pride of what you're creating and who you are and who have had to been in order to get your business into this point, then that is what's going to make you money. Okay. So, making emotion number 4 is determination. Fun fact, determination is tattooed on me. I have 3 tattoos right now. So I have 3 tattoos, and one of them, is actually the word determination in the word in Chinese. And that ages me. Y'all know how old I am anyways, but I am of the, generation that has an almost tramp stamp of a Chinese caricature, so millennial for sure about that. So determination really needs to be your anchor. And when I said determination, you need to feel so convinced that you are going to make this business work no matter what. So if someone says no to you on a sales call, you are so determined to improve your business, improve yourself, improve your processes, your procedures, that you go and listen back to your call, that you tweak things in your processes in order to make processes smoother for your clients. It should drive you to make you should be determined to make your business the best that it can possibly be for the level of business that you're currently at. That is determination to also be committed to learning and growing and adapting and shifting yourself, your techniques, and your strategies, no matter what it takes, in order to make your business a success as well. And so you can use that determination then to set goals, to make your plans, and to really achieve what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Okay. Money making emotion number 5. Woo. Okay. We're almost there. I mean, you guys are probably gonna be a little bit upset with me about this one, but I mean, that's kind of the introduction to it. Money making emotion number 5 is frustration. Yes, I mean, haven't you ever felt like you just wanted to just like throw in the towel at the end of the day because either you are hearing crickets after you've not announced your offer, or you are trying a bunch of different ways to make money and nothing seems to be working. Whatever it is, frustration is natural. It's also a signal. It's a signal that you are doing something to move your business forward. It's a signal that you are doing it. You are an entrepreneur and your business is out there. And so when you're feeling frustrated, that's how you know you're in action and you're in motion. So many doctors that are starting their first business are avoiding the feeling of frustration. They want everything to be easy and smooth right away, and they let frustration deter them from continuing and iterating on their business. But that's really that feeling that you need to feel. It's also a signal that it's time to pivot, to rethink, to maybe shift or adjust, to just pause and evaluate and see what lesson this is trying to teach us or teach you. Is it you need to learn something about resilience? Do you need to flex your creativity muscle? Or maybe you need to be flexible in some other way in your business. But let that frustrated feeling that you have in your body, let that bubble over and let you focus on what you need to focus on to change it to make your business even better. Okay. I said there was 5. I'm going to actually give you 6. There's a bonus emotion that I have for you. Cue the guns. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, so for here is the bonus emotion that I want you to feel. That's courage. Courage is probably, if I had to pick a number 1, I know I said this is not a number list, but if I needed you to feel one emotion all of the time, I want you to feel courage. To me, courage in my body feels like orange. It feels like an orange light, like washing over me. It feels like a lightness in my chest. It feels kind of like a tension sometimes. It goes between lightness and tension and lightness and tension. It feels like a push on the back, like just a gentle push on the back that tells me, okay, Kim, I'm here. I've got you. and go forward. That's what courage feels like to me. And so if you're a doctor and you're telling yourself or you know that you're burnt out of practicing clinical medicine, or if you're just wondering what's next, you know, people are going to be having a lot of questions about that. I know I have come across that. It's like, you're a coach now. What are you doing? You know, stepping out of the doctor title and stepping into a new identity as an entrepreneur requires a lot of bravery. And so courage is absolutely required for you to make that leap. So even when your heart is racing and you're feeling that orange swirl and all of those other feelings, like, you have to believe in yourself and believe in your vision, even when no one else believes in it. And so current has been my constant companion. I mean, like, consistently telling me that you got this, you can do this, even when I deep inside did not feel like that I could do it. And you know what? It's always right. So, courage. Drum up that feeling inside of you and feel that emotion. Identify, what does courage feel like for you? What does it feel like? Does it have a texture? Is it soft? Is it prickly? Is it fuzzy? Whatever that is, identify it and chase that feeling. So, there you have it. These are the 5, with the bonus of 6, money making emotions that you need to feel in order to make money, from embarrassment to courage and everything else in between. I need you to embrace these emotions, let them guide you, let them teach you, and let them redirect you. They're not just feelings, they're signposts on your journey in order for you to make a non clinical empire. So, I want to leave you with this question. If you're side hustling outside of your clinical job, how often have you been feeling these feelings as you've been working in your non clinical business? Take some time, let that feeling marinate, and remember, you're not alone. We're all in this crazy ass ride together. So, thank you for tuning in for this episode of the Docs Get Money podcast. Until next time, I will see you later. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to the Docs Get Money podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday wherever you find your favorite podcast. Share, comment, follow, and subscribe to the Docs Get Money podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to know more, visit me, Dr. Kimberly Brown, at KimberlyBrownMD.com, and be sure to follow me at Dr. Kimberly B on Instagram. And until next time, let's go get this money, honey.